everybody, it's me, Brittany B, and I'm back for another review of Legacies. Super excited. There's so much stuff that happened in this episode, and I'm excited to talk about it. I don't talk about every single detail that happens in the plot because that's kind of boring, and you should watch the show yourself. I just talk about things that stood out to me and I thought was interesting. Sometimes I might jump from the end to the beginning, to the end. I just go on points that I think is worth just mentioning. Okay, so let's get this review started. I just start from the beginning. Let's go from people's, like, I guess everybody's different storylines. Let's start with Hope. Hope's whole storyline this episode was basically, she was basically Lizzie's replacement for the Miss Mystic Falls. And if you watched Vampire Diaries, you remember that with Elena, and we had Caroline in there. We had some Damon and Steph in action going on. And Klaus too. Yeah, because Klaus, we'll go back to that later. But anyways, let's get to Hope and the whole thing with that. We have a big surprise from Hope's first boyfriend appears, Roman, from the originals. And you know, if you need like a memory lapse of who that is, he had some involvement of her mother ultimately getting killed. So yeah, that's kind of intense, but they forgave each other. Like, there's a lot going on. It was really crazy, and I think you should go watch the originals and see it because it was such a good show and series. Anyways, so that makes Landon clearly jealous, and he just doesn't understand how Hope can forgive him, which is ironic because Landon kept saying, you should forgive people, the previous episode before became the Phoenix, but that's beside the point to me. But I'm just putting that out there. But yeah, she was basically jealous, and I caused some friction, and ultimately it just like exploded when found out that Penelope tells Landon that Hope isn't, always honest, because she was like, I guess I gotta be like Hope and be honest, and Penelope's like, are you serious? Like, Hope is definitely not always honest, and tells Landon that Hope has been hiding that he has met his mother, his memories are erased, and she's the one that knows. So that pisses off Landon, leaving Hope left alone to walk and have an escort for the Miss Mystic pageant, and ultimately Roman has to come and sweep her off her feet and be the partner for the night. Having a vampire as a partner, he's able to hear things, and when I say hear things, he was listening to Lizzie and Josie's quarrel they was having, and the big thing with that quarrel that involves Hope, since this is Hope's portion of the review, is that Hope was wearing the dress that Klaus gave her mother. No, shoot. Hope is wearing the dress that Klaus gave Caroline, which is Josie and Lizzie's mother. Because Lizzie was like, you didn't think that? Well, we're just going to get to their stuff later. But anyways, and that ultimately makes and lets like Hope just break down. She can't take it no more. She just having all this anxiety and anger and just everything in her. And throughout the episode, Lizzie been helping her release it by screaming and yelling, but this she just couldn't hold when the ground starts shaking. But because Lizzie, then they can like take away and like siphon magic. She gives her a hug and let her cry, and they ultimately have a good little friendship bonding moment. And that is basically Hope's story for the whole episode. And there are little things happening, but that's like the key interesting parts on that. Let's get to MG, because MG has a really big role in this, because let's not forget there is a woman that is like basically Medusa walking around, and I think it's cool how they had the girl have braids, like her long braids turned to the snakes, and she was going around freaking turning people to stone. I was hyped for MG because I thought that he was going to have like a love interest, but yeah, nah. He don't even get that. He gets the Medusa lady, and that right there is a whole new world of crazy and weird. But anyways, he's like one of those like nerdy kids. Like I guess he calls himself a nerd because he knows all the like little thingies, and he read up on it and found out that ringing this bell is gonna be able to like take her powers down. So he was able to do that because she was on a mission to get Landon. Why, we don't know. So basically MG defeats him, and then we have another thing that's going on. His mother's there, and if we learned from last time, the mother isn't really my biggest fan because she was just like lying here and there. And we find out the biggest thing is the mother has something to do with the big old beast of a thing with that agency place that's trying to destroy all mystical creatures, and that big old monster that's supposed to be coming out. she had something to do with it. And in the end, she ultimately kidnaps Landon and takes him there. And always sees him in a chair. And she was like, excuse me, your little Medusa girl fell, so I had to do it for you. Like, what? I mean, I know somebody else was shocked about this too. Like, they was like, what the heck? I think that she was like dirty, but I didn't think she was going that far. So MG's life just got 10 times more interesting, especially his mother's concerned. And that probably makes sense why she was like, go overseas, because in the end it's still her child. So I don't think she wants anything to happen to him, but still. That whole thing is crazy. What? Let's get to the people. Let's get to the other people. Josie and Lizzie and Penelope. And anyways, that's the last thing that I thought was interesting, their whole little plot story. So Lizzie was supposed to be in the pageant, but then she had some beef with the judges, so she decided to put Hope, and we already know what happened with Hope and that whole thing. In the end, Josie was supposed to be just like the scapegoat for Hope. So like basically take all the contestants to make Hope win. And Penelope was like, dude, you are like awesome. Why don't you win yourself? Why do this for your sister? Your sister doesn't even think you can win, yada yada yada. And then it looked like Josie was going to actually try to win, but in the end she ends up falling like Lizzie wanted her to, and Penelope got pissed. And then she realized, like, man, let me read this letter that Josie been telling me to read the whole entire episode. And then found out that she was about to leave. And then Lizzie was like, yeah, I knew, good riddance, yada yada. That made her even more pissed. And let's get to the quarrel. This is the quarrel we talk about when we talk about Hope. But let's get to what they were actually quarreling about. Which was like, you're always putting me down. You don't think about yourself. You always think about yourself, yada yada yada. Penelope was right. And then Lizzie's just looking so confused. And that's when she tells her that, what if I wanted to wear the dress that was for my mom? You didn't even think to ask. And why wouldn't you think to ask, like, how would Hope feel about where the dress came from? And Lizzie just was like, what would she care about it? She was like, the dress was from her dad. And I was like, whoa. So yeah, then Josie storms off, and then we get the whole little Penelope and Josie like, I love you, and this, and say, no, go. But let's get to what Penelope does. So Penelope, she is sneaky. She had like magic little pins around the whole school, listening to everything that's going on. And then on top of that, the magic pins turns into a book and has everything that it was ever heard in the school, which is really deep and is really juicy, because like everybody been having all these secrets, things been hiding, and think about it, it's a whole book with all the secrets. And in that secret book, she was like, I cannot stay here because all you do is just let your sister rule you, and I know what's gonna happen in the end. And she ended on that with I love you, and she would kiss and walked away. And now she was like, read to this section about the merge. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be awkward, because then, like, honestly thinking clearly, if Josie keeps acting she is clearly Lizzie is stronger, she's gonna be the one that win the merge if they have the merge. But I feel like while they're killing us while she's not here, she's looking for like ways to prevent that. But if she don't prevent it, Lizzie probably would definitely win. I don't know, but Josie find out this merge, it might give her like some type of like strength or something. I don't know, but yeah, whole little merge thing, she's finally finding out about it, and I know we're gonna find out more the next episode because it looks explosive. So let's get some questions. This is the question portion. My question I left off of, how it's gonna like affect everything, knowing about the merge, what is Alaric gonna do, how is Chelsea gonna handle with Lizzie, what the heck happened to freaking Landon, and it seemed like he's back talking to them, so like, is he gonna remember anything? MG, when is he gonna find out about his mother, and how's that gonna happen, how that's gonna work? And that's all the questions I could think of right now. Also, do you think, since they brought Roman in, do you think he's gonna come back for the next season and be like a real character? And not a real character, like a seasonal character, not seasonal, a recurring character. That's what I'm trying to say, a recurring character, and we can like go back to the school. If so, that would be very interesting. Who knows? But those are my questions, and thank you for watching my review, and please leave comments and subscribe, and let's talk about it. If you have any other questions, if you disagree with something, I want to know. I like to debate. I mean, I like my opinions, but if you can get me to change my mind, I love to think and, explore on that note. But yeah, please like and subscribe, comment, share. Thank you. Until next time.